Yes, indeed, YouTube. It is your guy, 74 Midwest Space. And as you can see, we got mail. Yes, indeed. So this time, this package is something that we had ordered for our budget build for the 5-core Sound of India subwoofer that we had thought was a subwoofer at the time of ordering it. But as we found out, it wasn't a subwoofer. It was actually a mid-range speaker. But for all the information on that, go back to some of the older videos, and I'll have that posted so you can see. But it actually turned out to be kind of a good deal, because what we found was what we intended on being a subwoofer actually turned out to be a pretty nice loudspeaker. Yes, indeed. But like I said, I won't go into that anymore. For that, check out the other video. But yes, indeed, this is a package that we ordered for the original build that we were doing when it was supposed to be a subwoofer. So, like I said, we'll get this unpacked. And another pack. Yes, indeed. A small little amplifier. This is the one that, we like to call an onboard amplifier, but actually it's just the amp that mounts directly to the subwoofer box, so you don't have all of that extra stuff and extra connections to make. Yes, indeed. So we went back and forth between a few different kinds, but this is the one we ended up settling on, due to the reason that, for those who tuned in to Big D Wiz, he made a video about this one, and it actually put out the perfect power that we needed for that subwoofer that ended up being a mid-range 10-inch speaker. But anyway, like I said, as you can see on there, you've got the screw down style terminals, ground, positive, and remote. You got the high level outputs, high level inputs, the low level inputs, the RCAs, not Tiffany style, but at amp this price for a budget build, it'd be more than sufficient for that. Also, you have the MP3 style input, and you have the gain, which they have labeled as the volume right there. And also the low pass filter, because this does have full range, bass, and S bass, which we're assuming that means subwoofer bass. But like I said, it's not specified, so we don't know. But this side comes just like that, with a little foam over it, which is a horrible idea, because if you can see there, the end of this does have a slight bend in it. And like I said, this is just some cheap aluminum, so we could bend it back. But when spending any amount of money on a product, you want the manufacturer to ensure that the product gets to you undamaged. So, even though this can simply be bent back, this is totally and utterly unacceptable. On the other side, it's a little straighter, but you can see it does have a slight bend in there also. Okay, it's a wide open amp board. So as you can see, all the little components in there. Yes, indeed. And also on the bottom, it has the 2 MOSFETs. So, and also down there on that side, you can see the S2 down there. Yes, indeed. So, like I said, not too much going on. It didn't come with a bunch of information. But this is the amp that we ordered when we had plans to make that a self-contained subwoofer box with the built-in amp. So, as of right now, we really don't have anything to do with any plans for this at the moment, but we will get it installed and test it out and see how it works. Or we'll test it out and see how it works before we decide whether we install it or not. But, yes indeed, not too much more going on. And also, like I said, Big D does have an amp dyno on this little tiny amp. They sell this amp for 17 bucks, but it takes about a month to get here. So for 24 bucks, you can get it here the next day, which is what I did off Amazon. Yes, indeed, YouTube. So we'll be back with the installation of this extremely budget mini amp. And like I said, it's your guy. We out of there, man.